me on a Saturday. Benigno, 877-337-6666 is the phone number. We hit to 1 o'clock. JR will come your way. You got Rutgers football. After that, they wrap up the regular season at 3:30 at home against Maryland. The incomparable Ed Arzuman, Big Zoo, on the other side of the glass. 877-337-6666 is the phone number. Let me start with this. Coach, you should be worried about your job security. I can tell you that right now, okay? And I'm going to start with this, all right? I'm going to start with this. And I've said this. If you've been listening to me for years, you've heard me say this over and over again. But it's so apropos again today. You can change the owner. You can change the stadium. You can change the general manager. You could change the coaching staff. You could change the players. You could change the practice facility. You could change the PR staff. You could change the uniforms. The results never change. And yesterday was the kind of game that gets coaches fired. And I got to tell you, I like Salah. He's a great guy. But I don't see where he's the guy that's leading us to where we want to go. He's 15-30, and this was beyond the pale yesterday. This team was 4-3. They lost 27-6 to the lousy Chargers, who were as paper a team as you could be. Penalty after penalty, punt return for a touchdown. They lose 16-12 to the lousy Raiders, okay, in a game where the Jets, here's another penalty. Oh, another holding penalty, wiping out another big play. Of course. They get whacked by Buffalo 30-6. They get whacked by Miami 34-13, and that doesn't even do justice to this game yesterday. I can't make a case for this coach coming back. This coach, I can't. And I'll tell you right now, Hackett should be gone now. I mean, let's be honest. Nathaniel Hackett is the worst offensive coordinator in the history of the franchise. He makes his father, let's be real, okay? He makes his father look like Don Coryell in his heyday with the Chargers, with Dan Fouts and Winslow and those guys, John Jefferson. That's how bad Nathaniel Hackett is. He stinks. Stinks! And I understand they got no quarterback, but the play calling is just absolutely abysmal. Abysmal. And obviously the play yesterday hurt Iron Eagle with the call. You got to be kidding me. How does that happen? How does that happen? Only the Jets could something like that happen. I mean, I'm stunned. I'm at the game yesterday. By the time he got to midfield, I knew he was gone. You got to be kidding. Are you kidding? That can't happen. Only the Jets could force 3 turnovers in the game, get a defensive touchdown. Just look at those last moments of the first half when the game ended. I mean, the game ended there. I mean, we knew they were dead already. I knew they lost. Let's go back to the beginning. I knew they lost on the first play. Miami had the ball when Quinnen Williams tackles, I guess it was Mostert, for about a 4-yard loss. And this idiot, Quentin Jefferson, gets a 15-yard personal foul. How is it possible? The Jets, I think, have more personal fouls this year than they do points. They might. Let's look it up. What a disgrace. Right then and there. Every week, some dumb penalty. And the defense, we know about the offense, but let's look at this defense yesterday. You get that dumb penalty. All right, and we'll get to the end of the first half. And I know they were on the field forever, but can they stop them on third down? Like, what were the Dolphins on third down yesterday? 11 for 16? Is that on the offense? Third down after third down after third down. On that first Miami drive when Tyreek beats DJ Reed for about 50, we saw Sauce Gardner later on in the game get beat by Waddle for about 40. I can't take it anymore. I can't. And then watching the end of the first half, they get the touchdown. All right, so Eccles so it's 10-0. Somehow it's still only 10-0 in the game, which is like, miraculous. And by the way, I'm surrounded by a sea of Dolphin fans, which makes it just even better. 10-0. Eccles gets the pick six for a touchdown. We're all nuts. Oh, my God, they got a defensive touchdown. Whoa. And you knew that there was bad karma. There was a bad omen when Zerline missed the extra point. Like, are you serious? You missed the extra point? Really? So that kind of put a damper on the touchdown. All right, fine. Miami's got the ball before halftime. DJ Reed, 2 seconds left, gets an interception. Oh, okay. All right, good. Well, we only got 2 seconds. I guess we got time for a Hail Mary. And then we saw what happened. Only the Jets. I should have left then. Why did I stay after that? Tell me why. What a disgrace. I mean, what else can you say? And then even in the second half, while it was still kind of a game, not that it really was, but I think it was 20-6. They're getting off the field on third down. They get a big stop. I think it was Mostert again for about a 3 or 4 yard loss. They're off the field. Miami's going to punt. C.J. Mosley grabs the face mask. 15-yard personal foul. How about the ones they got on that kick? Whatever. I guess it was after one of the touchdowns. When there was a personal foul on Mosley. I think I had 2 yesterday. Nice work by him. And this guy Clemens, what a joke he is. It's Michael Clemens. He should be cut now, okay? Well, what is he doing? He's a hothead. Get him out. And I know he didn't mean to hit the official, but this guy, ever since he jumped offside against the Giants on that punt, right, to almost basically give him that game, okay, it's a miracle that we won that game. What a joke that was. He's been like one big penalty waiting to happen. Enough of this guy. Get him out. I've had it. We probably should have known about Michael Clemens in preseason when he shows up at training camp like he's the Incredible Hulk. We should have been a little worried at that point. Enough of this guy. But this comes down to the coach. Coach, I'm sorry. You're a great guy. You're not getting it done. It's not happening. And I don't want to hear anymore about Rodgers. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. How could a guy, if he's running this franchise, how could a guy that's played 4 damn plays for our team be calling shots for our team? If he is, and I think he probably is. Because how else could Nathaniel Hackett still be the offensive coordinator? He should be fired now. Now. And the coach, I got to tell you, man, if I'm running the show, I got to think long and hard about you finishing the season. I do. 15-30, that's the number. That's it. I'm telling you, I'm sorry, Coach. I'm going to say it. If it was up to me, you'd be gone. Hackett would be gone. I'd make Ulbrich the coach for the rest of the year, and then we'll see where we are after that. Because I can't take it anymore. I can't watch this garbage anymore. I'm beat to a pulp. We all are. I mean, just disgraceful. Not even competitive. And I don't want to hear about Rodgers anymore. It's too damn bad. Your buddy Hackett, he stinks, okay? You call the damn play. I could get a million of my guys. Iron, Staten Island, Kenny, my good buddy Scarabaggio, Tommy Keenan. We go right on down the line. Fliegelman, you name the Jet fan. They do a better job as an offensive coordinator than this absolute stiff Hackett. I am so tired of it. I'm delirious right now. I've had it. I've had it with the losing. And I'm going to tell you something else, too. All right? If Rodgers is ready to play this year, he plays. You know what? You owe it to the fans. I don't care what the record is. I want to see Rodgers play this year if he can play. I don't care if we don't win another game till he's ready. He should be playing. Because I don't know if he's going to play now. How do I know? How do I know if I ever see this guy play for the Jets? I don't know that. He may be so fed up. If this team winds up 5-12, okay, which is, let's be real, possible, 6-11, okay? How do you justify bringing this coaching staff back? How do you do it? I'm sorry. I'm sick of this. The penalties, the personal, the false start penalties. This offense, they stink as it is. They're always 1st and 15. They're always 2nd and 10, 2nd and 12. They pitched with the Brees yesterday, fumbles the ball, 2nd and 14, over and over and over. And I understand the offensive line is in shambles, but I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want. Everybody's got injuries. I'm tired of it.
Bro, I heard a great thing once when I was in high school playing football. My coach told me this.
Jump in there.
He told me excuses are the bricks to the house of failure, and that's all I'm hearing right now from the Jets, man.
Yep.
Because a lot of teams deal with injuries and they get over it.
That's it. Excuses are say it again. Excuses are the bricks to the house of failure. Excuses are the bricks
to the house of failure.
Okay. Well, that's basically where we're at right now. Excuse after excuse. I don't want to hear about Rodgers anymore. I don't want to hear how it was the perfect storm with the court. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it anymore. And I'm going to tell you this, though. All right? I am so sick. After the game, I'm with my cousin Broette. God bless them. They got their 2 little daughters. I don't know how they do it, but God bless them. Right? We're driving home after the game, and they got the post-game show on. And Ira called, and all, the usual guys are called. But you know what? I'm sick and tired of hearing guys like Greg Buttle tell me, well, because all the fans, we can't take it anymore, right? But he's like, oh, well, the players are frustrated, the coaches are frustrated. You know what? I don't want to hear it no more. You know what? The players get paid millions of dollars to play this game. I understand the injury possibility. I get it. But they get paid millions of dollars. They don't care. They don't care who they're playing for. What team? Whoever pays them. That's it. There's no loyalty. Same thing with the coaches. If these guys are gone, I don't ever see Nathaniel Hackett getting a job again. Maybe he could be like the offensive coordinator at Prairie View or something like that. You know what I mean? Because he's an absolute disaster. Sal will get a job again as a defensive coordinator with one of his buddies, McDaniel or Shannon.
McDaniels, bro.
LaFleur. Well, one of them. He's buddies.
He'll stick it to us for the next 10 years.
He's buddies with all of those guys who are better head coaches than he is. Okay? Let's be honest. So he'll get a shot again as a DC. But Hackett, are you serious? So I don't want to hear it anymore about the players. No, the fans suffer. We're the ones. We're the ones who have the emotional investment in this garbage franchise. We are. We're the ones that pay to go to the game. We're not getting paid to watch this crap. Nobody's paying us millions of dollars to watch this absolute horse you-know-what. I'm watching this crap franchise for 58 years. How many guys? I'm lucky that I saw the Super Bowl. Okay? 55 freaking years ago. How many guys haven't that have been fans for 35 years, 40 years? How many ever years it is? We're sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of it. Everybody is. And I don't want to hear how frustrated the damn players are. You think they give a damn about us at the end of the day? And I don't want to hear about the coaches either, because you really think they give a damn at the end of the day? You think Nathaniel Hackett's sitting there worried about us? And we got 6 more games to go with this garbage. I'm telling you, man, I am livid today. If they wiped out the entire coaching staff, I wouldn't be upset. Like I said, I'd let Ulbrich be the head coach, okay? I would. And wait a minute, and let me not leave this guy out, Joe Douglas. Okay, Joe? Because if anybody, the biggest mistake that was made, and it comes down to you, okay? You, Joe. If we're so great, everybody was delirious. Oh, Joe Douglas, he's going to get it done. Oh, he's the next Ozzie Newsome in the front office. First of all, you drafted this guy with the 2nd pick in the draft. He stinks, okay? He stinks, all right? He can't play. You made a mistake. Why don't you admit it like the Niners did with this Trey Lance? Of course you can't, because that's a winning – they win over there. You should have kept Mike White. You knew all along Mike White was the better quarterback, but you didn't want to play him because you had to justify Wilson going back to the beginning of last year when Wilson was hurt and they started Flacco in the first 2 games. Why didn't they start Mike White? He was better. You know why. Because they knew if they started Mike White and he played well, how do we go back to Wilson? With Flacco, it didn't matter. He's 100 years old anyway, whether he played good or not. And then this year, after you let White go and you kept Wilson, how in the world, when Rodgers goes down 4 plays into the season, tell me this, how in the world do you not immediately sign a veteran backup quarterback? All these guys wanted to come here, right? You heard all these different guys. Why didn't you sign one? Nah, we got Zach. We got to prove that Zach's the guy. He's been with Rodgers now all summer. He can get it done. My ass. How do you make that mistake, Joe? You should be fired for that. I'm sick and tired of this garbage. I really am. I really. And I know I speak for all my buddy Jet fans who have had it. And I'm telling you, I like the coach. Coach, I like you. You're a real good guy, man. But you ain't the answer to our problems. And you know what? If it was up to me, you'd be gone today. Today. You and Hackett would be out the door. And at the very least, Hackett should be gone. Because he stinks. I don't care who the quarterback is. Do I got to say, first play of the game, what happens? Well, of course. Was there anybody in the stadium who didn't think that Breece Hall was going to get the ball and get, no game? Did you see the Packer game the other day, Thursday, on Thanksgiving? First play, and by no means do we compare Tim Boyle or Zach Wilson to Jordan Love, who's 100% better. First play of the game, what does LaFleur do? He has Love throw a bomb 50 yards down the field. Can we try? Why can't we do that? Why? No. Let's give the ball to Breece for no gain.
Right up the middle.
Well, of course. It's a disgrace. There's no imagination on offense whatsoever. And I understand. We don't have a lot of players. Alan Lazard, that was money well spent, huh? That was
$44 million?
Hey, Zoo, that was a great $44 million they paid for this guy. He couldn't even get on the field. He was a healthy scratch.
I mean, you got to love everything that Rodgers has suggested working out.
Unbelievable. Hey, right. Everything Rodgers said is that everything. Everybody stunk. Lazard, Cobb can't even play. He stinks. I don't even know if he's on. I guess they activated him. He wasn't even on the field yesterday. This guy, Billy Turner. Everybody Rodgers put in. And he's the worst. And Hackett is the worst by far. I'm telling you, and I will tell you this too. You say I'm crazy. You might as well play Zach again, because what does it matter? Does it matter?
Nope.
I might as well play him again.
Bro, I would have stuck him out there if you could have at the end of the first half.
Well, you couldn't do it because he was the third quarterback.
Yeah, but if they would have had him at the second, I would have stuck him out there.
Yeah, to throw the Hail Mary.
Yeah, and it's not like Tim Boyle was doing much to inspire anyway.
Inspiring. Tim Boyle, great. I don't want to kill Tim Boyle. I mean, he's just,
he's just a guy.
He's just a guy. He's a body. He tried. It's not like he wasn't trying. But it's, it's just, I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't know. We got hosed again, Jet fans. Just think about it. All the hype in the offseason, all the crap about Rodgers, Super Bowl contender, all these dumb primetime games, all of that, right? And we got it right up, like the foot up our rear end, like it is going to take years to get it out. That's how bad we got it this year. And then I got to hear people like Buttle, how this guy still has a job on with them is unbelievable. I got to hear him say, well, the coaches are the players are frustrated. My ass! We are! The fans! We've been getting screwed for years by this franchise. 55 years without a Super Bowl, 13 years without a playoff appearance, the longest of any professional team in North American sports. 8 years without a winning season. Give me a break. Coach after coach, quarterback after quarterback, and they got to sign, and they're going to have to draft another quarterback. Is Joe Douglas going to get to make that call? Really? I'd rather see my 15-year-old granddaughter make the call than Joe Douglas. You gonna screw us again, Joe? There's a lot of quarterbacks coming out. Pick the right one for a change. I'm beside myself today. I am so ticked off after that crap yesterday. How much more can we take? And Woody, are you listening, Woody? Because you too, Woody. How do you let Douglas not have a backup this year when your buddy Rodgers goes down? And I'm going to tell you again, if Rodgers can play this year, I want to see him this year. I don't give a damn what the record is. You owe it to the fans to get your ass on the field if you can.